Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, WatchNatalee, spelled N-A-T-A-L-E-E, that's me. I am here to do your psychic daily tarot reading. And for the newbies to the channel, I'm going over downloads and then psychic tunings in before I begin with the tarot. And as I explain all of that to you, I shuffle and cook the cards, okay? So there's a lot to get through, so I'm just going to jump right into it. See, we have a lot of downloads over the weekend. So we have the that I'm going to wait to be prompted. They showed me a few different cards, so I'll wait for them to come out organically. They showed me Forrest Gump lacing his shoes before he goes and runs, before he gets ready to go and go on that really big run. That scene where he's on the porch, so that's definitely for someone. Oh, they told me about Jupiter. So whatever you're waiting for, you're waiting. There's someone in this situation is waiting. They gave me like the whole context, so I'm going to go through it all. Don't worry. Someone is waiting, and so what you're waiting for, if it's meant, if it's going to go, I'm really feeling end of November, December, and the reason why I say that is because they showed me Jupiter, and they explained this whole Jupiter thing to me. They said that Jupiter has been teaching, all of us something, being in Sagittarius. So when Jupiter goes into Capricorn, it's going to be when you get the rewards or the rewards. It's when you get the result. Thank you. It's when you get the result of this past year of Jupiter being in its very strong sign of Sagittarius. So when that shift into Capricorn happens in the early part of December, it'll bring it back. So whatever you earned, you get. So if you didn't earn anything, if you didn't learn the lessons, if your person didn't learn, okay, that's you can just expect exactly what you put into it this past year for Jupiter. Okay, so for some, it's going to be great. It's going to be the rewards for all of the alchemizing and the toiling. For others, it's going to be the coal in the stocking because you never did your chores, you never bothered. Okay, and this is so difficult. Okay, so there's someone, it feels like the person that's waiting, and I have a word to say about waiting, so bear with me. It feels like the one waiting. They're telling me that someone creates heaven on earth. So someone's creating heaven on earth and someone wants to be with that person. But here's the difficult part is that the person that wants to be with the person who creates heaven on earth, they're either going through a depression or they're going through stuff. They're going through something. It'll be different for all of you, but that person wants to wait until they're feeling more stable, until they're feeling more independent. So this could be someone overcoming an addiction. It's like you just got out of like rehab or something, and there's someone you love or someone you like, and you want to be with that person, but you just got out of rehab, and you want to make sure that you're really stable on your own 2 feet before. And it's a really responsible, practical. I'm getting someone with a lot of mental energy who's really trying, even though they're going through things emotionally, they're still very mentally activated where they're not going to allow their emotions, this turbulent emotional time, they're not going to let that influence the decisions that they're making practically, one step in front of the other. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Here's the little hiccup, little kerfuffle is that the person very genuinely wants to be stable themselves. Here's the thing is that other person is their stability. That other person is their home. So I can really, when they showed me this, it was really difficult for me to not accept. I could just really appreciate the quagmire. I could really appreciate sort of they're showing me the Matrix. They're showing me that scene where Morpheus, he's bound and he's been, being tortured for the codes by the agents, and Neo comes to rescue him. Neo comes to break him out of that cage, right? And the helicopter's out in front, and it's the moment where Morpheus you know, and then he runs towards, and he goes to jump out of the building, out of the skyscraper, but that bullet hits his Achilles heel, I think. And so he jumps, but Neo can see it. He's not going to make it. He's not going to. And he pops out of the helicopter, and he just throws himself into it, right? Without a second thought. Oops, sorry. Got him. He's got Morpheus. Okay, that's this moment. That's exactly how it feels for me when they show me this stuff. I'm like, so that's what this is here. And this is why I can really appreciate it, because what do we preach here on Watch Natalie? Boundaries, self-respect, integrity, no matter what. And, you know, we don't wait, we live our lives, and we don't generate this waiting energy because we create our realities by quantum tunneling what we're thinking and feeling, you know, X, Y, and Z. So what that would dictate is that the person who's sort of waiting for this person to do their work, it's like the chicken and the egg. Like, what comes first? This person, stability, like needing this stability and trying to cultivate it themselves, but this person is their stability. Like, that whole thing, it's very much, it was difficult for me to channel because I don't want someone to take that and justify a codependent situation. You know, we're not about codependency. It's the exact opposite of boundaries. Okay. So we're going to get into that and see what that's all about, because I feel like there is that Morpheus Neo moment where, oh, thank you. Thank you. The person who's waiting, some of you, there's different groups of you. Some of you who are waiting are actively waiting, which is codependent and which is what we don't want. So I'm going to have a word with you about that. And then others of you that are waiting are living your lives and waiting, as far as you're not generating waiting energy. So if you're having breakdowns about when another person gets over their addictions, or another person gets wise, or another person is ready to be vulnerable, ready to be whatever, ready to be with you, and you're having, you know, these really difficult moments, feeling overwhelmingly alone, that's the codependency that we're not looking for. That's the waiting where you're actively waiting, where you're kind of sitting by the phone or sitting by, you know, it's that he's just not that into you, Jennifer Goodwin type energy, and then that energy builds up. The universe only gives you more waiting energy, and then you have a little breakdown about it. So if you're having sadness and you're having all of that up and down, that's what needs to be negated. And that's the wonderful work that you can fit in the last of November before Jupiter goes into Capricorn in the early part of December. So I would really encourage everyone to use this November full moon in Taurus, November 12th, as, oh, for some of you, that November 12th full moon will be a big deal for them, where your person will get to a point where they can take a leap of faith. For some of you, it's going to be a leap of faith where they can take that leap of faith, and then I would still wait for the end of November. I really feel end of November at the earliest, and I feel December, as for some of you as early as December, and for some of you next year. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. They really are tying it with astrology, because they're showing me the planets. They're taking me to the planets. They're taking me into that energy. So it's like they're taking me really like as close to the source of energy that they're trying to explain to me as possible energetically. Last but not least, before we finally are done cooking the cards, I thought this was a random thing. I just thought it was a random culture, you know, pop culture, a song gets stuck in your head. I thought it was just something like that. But they were blasting it to me today, and they just all weekend they've been blasting it to me, and I didn't even know the lyrics to the song. I only know the I mean, that's, you know, it's I had to Google it. It's Shania Twain's. I have the lyrics right here. I think it's you're still the one. All right, they're almost done cooking. When I first saw you, I saw love. At the first time you touched me, I felt love. And after all this time, you're still the one I love. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they'll never make it. But just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong. See, now I know the song, so now I'm like trying not to sing it. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love. The only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. Okay, so for some of you, that energy is future energy. Because remember, there is no past, but there's no such thing as time spirals. So when them channeling that energy to me, the cards are really done cooking. It's sort of like foreshadowing. That's why they gave me chicken and the egg. They showed me chicken and the egg earlier. So now we don't know what comes first, the chicken or the egg, because that energy is coming in. So I'm telling you about that energy coming in. That's for some of you that are going to get this love or get this union or reunion happening in December or January, or like in the beginning, in the next couple of months, very, very, very soon. For those groups of you, that's what it's going to feel like. That's like your energy. I don't know. Is anyone a Shania Twain fan? Have you been listening to Shania Twain? Okay. So there's that. You're still the. For some of you, it's beautiful moment for it to freeze on. When I'm like, for some of you, I just. You're still the one. For some of you, the dark period that this person, this addiction, this mental block, whatever your person is going through or you yourself are going through, it was you wondering if this person is it, if this person is the real deal, if this person is the one, how was that on my lip? If this person is the one that you really want to be with, la-di-di, la-di-da. And that's your confirmation for some of you that this is, sing the song, you're still the one, that this person is still the one. Okay, now we can take this further. They gave me the whole context so that we can just jump right into what happens next. 9 of Staves with the 9 of Pentacles. I really like this. This is the person who is waiting. I don't know what other word to give it. This is just but because I don't want to say waiting like they're actively waiting. This is the person who is living their life, giving the other person space and privacy and like watching from afar. So this very independent person, okay, the 9 of Pentacles, she has her 3 of Pentacles over here. She works, she stacks her pentacles. The 6 over here, she's a noble woman, she's generous, she's kind, she's loving. She has her little estate. Oh, don't digress, Natalie. Don't digress. Okay, takes a falconry. So she's okay over here. She's protected within her boundaries. So her boundaries protect her from all the energies that are not going to sustain, that are not going to survive this beautiful, independent, self-love, self-mastery type energy. Okay, so no matter what, if you're waiting for your person may get through everything and you may not. You might be part of the group that makes it, the Shania Twain group of you. You might not be. Free will comes into account here. This is saying that no matter what, you're going to be okay. Like no matter what, okay, here, now they want me to give you the thing about waiting. When you're actively waiting, like I said, you create that reality and it leads to all these little like breakdowns and you have freakouts and then you question like, where is my life going and what do if this isn't meant to be, is it meant to, like it's crazy making, okay? It's very, very crazy making. So if you're not this status yet, then this is your goal to get here in November. So you can use the energy because honestly guys, with this Mercury retrograde, I just feel really, like go with the energy flows, like don't resist it, just surrender to whatever the energy is trying to to bring to you. And if you always do that, then you're always getting something. So your waiting isn't waiting in vain. You're still always, like she isn't waiting for her knight or her king or her emperor. She's actively engaging in falconry. Okay, she's got a hand on the pentacle. Okay, so she's busy, she has a life. And then when an energy manifests that is compatible with her lovely energy, okay, the boundaries go down, and then everyone enjoys falconry. Everyone enjoys the fruit off of her vines. Then everyone, then she can open up. You can add that person to her revolving priorities, and then you become a priority, and then you all enjoy it. Okay, so that's you right here. So this is actually the strongest energy coming through, which is really cool. Very, very cool. Because like I said, if you're not here yet, be very gentle with yourself. It's okay that you do that. It's okay, to look at yourself and understand that you're doing that to yourself. Okay? We all pick our poison. We all make life harder for ourselves in some stupid little way. And it's about loving ourselves enough to be honest with ourselves about it, and then alchemize it, let go of why we were doing it, forgive ourselves, and then implement something to take its place that's incredibly healthy and lovely and wonderful, okay? So if you're not here, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's Mercury retrograde. It's a perfect time to go back and redo that, okay? And then you might be part of the Shania Twain group in December. Who knows? That's the next message. Shania Twain. Oh, nothing's random in my life. Not when you're a full-time psychic spy. I love you guys. I love my Querents. Someone this week, whoa. Did you see that Knight of Cups? Someone this week told me, Natalie, spy into his soul and my soul and tell me if it's meant to be. I love you so much. I love what I do. I love it. It's crazy. I would sneak in tarot like in the little slivers of time doing other stuff, and now I just get to just be in my full element, my full like psychic crazy element. Okay, so the card that flipped up is the Knight of Cups. There are 3 facing down, and I just want to touch them first before I can, let me just feel that it's your energy. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, we have Romeo. So this is the love that this person has for you, or that you have for this person, okay? It's there. But remember about the knights that they're all insecure, and they can all disappoint just in different ways. So that's very clear here with this Romeo card, how he flipped up kind of separate from these 3 energies. Your Romeo is showing up a little bit emotionally stunted, and this is what they channeled to me about. He wants heaven on earth. He or she, doesn't have to be, blur the signs, ages, and genders. This person wants the heaven on earth with you. The catch-22, the trick is that they can't really sustain their own, and they will be able to, in your energy that is super protected because you're healthy and you have boundaries, and so they're disappointing because they're a little bit, this person could have actually been, you're not talking right now because this person is not really committed emotionally. It's just a knight. He's the one that you spend 7 hours together and go on this wonderful adventure and just talk so much about everything and spill your little guts out to each other. And then the sun comes up and it's like gone. Okay, so it's like that. It's like he can whisper the sweet nothings and just paint the beautiful picture of life, but he makes the offer and is not there to greet you when you accept the offer. Is my sort of not so healthy, not so, just the part of the Knight of Cups that can be very disappointing. That's my disappointing Knight of Cup energy here, okay? So if you're not talking, it could be that this person said, they could have told you this or they could have not told you this, is kind of what I'm feeling. But it's because they're doing their thing. And now the 3 energies that we have with the Knight of Cups, we have the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. So this is why you guys are not talking, is because this person is torturing themselves. Like I said, see, they want to be independent. They want to be free of this self-torture, negativity. They want to be free of this. They are doing hermit work. They're trying their darndest to do their hermit work. So it's not that they are not trying. It's not that they don't want the healing. It's not they don't want to be with you, want the growth. They're trying to do something that they actually need you to help them with to do it. And that's where me as a channeler, I'm like, do I project my own opinion into this? Yeah. What's my responsibility to my people, as a channeler, as a psychic, as, someone helping people with their lives? So I leave that with you. I always go full transparency just to play it super safe. And that's I give you guys the clean channelings. So it's not edited. I'm not putting my own agenda into your channelings. This is someone's energy here, and this is just the truth. So I still maintain everything I say about codependent situations. But what this looks like to me is that this person, okay, here's another thing. If you're waiting, actively waiting, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I might have, there's this huge hawk. You guys know how I am with nature and with animals and stuff. I'm like Ace Ventura, pet detective. I really am. All these animals, they all know me. I am like Ace Ventura. Like when I come home, when I get back to the studio, it's like they all come out and they all like have so many videos on my phone. Sorry, Mercury in retrograde digression. Okay, so what I was saying about waiting, because I can still channel and look at the hawk. Okay, so they're telling me to tell you that's why they had me do that. See, we're working together. Me and your people, your 5D guys are working together here. So those of you who are waiting, actively waiting for this person, and you're upset and you're not happy because you're not with this person, this is for you. If you are emotionally upset, emotionally unstable, destabilized, obsessive thoughts, you're trying to think of other stuff, you're trying to focus elsewhere, but you just can't. It's sort of obsessive about this person's journey, and you're sort of just wondering all the time, like where they are, how they're doing in this journey, and when are they going to call, when are they going to come in. This is for you, okay? You will not be able to be with this person because this person has to be with someone who can provide their own stability and maintain their own pillar of independence so that they can mirror that independence. This person is looking to stand up for themselves and stand up as an independent, separate person and love you as a self-respecting, independent, healthy person. So if you are waiting for them, I'm so sorry. So if you are waiting for them, even if you got together, even if this person overcame all this to talk to you and got with you, it would devolve, it would self-destruct, it would implode, because your energy, that waiting, that codependent, it's like being codependent on someone who's codependent. That codependency is going to topple them and all of their hard work, and then you will regress. Any little independence that you had going for yourself, anything that was attracting them, because this person's attracted to you because you're independent. This person's attracted to you because they know they can trust that you're not going to just lose the plot. That's what they're telling me. Someone's got to keep the plot. Someone's got to stay on the same page. Someone's got to steer the ship, at least one of you at one time. This person knows that they can be this. That's what they like about you. So if they get with you and you become super codependent, it's like, it won't work. Okay. So that should encourage you, if you're not there quite yet, to just pull in those inner reserves with Mercury and Scorpio retrograde and try to get yourself to this. Try to get yourself here, okay? Where you're truly insulated, when you're truly independent and very honestly, in every sense of the word, calm, when you don't feel pressure, when you don't feel rushed, when you don't feel like you're off your timeline, when you don't feel destabilized, when you create your own stability, create your own independence, and trust that you're going with the flow of the universe. Because listen, if this person needs, they're giving me the Jupiter thing. So if this person needs the rest of November, the rest of that Jupiter in the late degrees of Sagittarius in order to do this, and you're torturing yourself about, are they going to call? Are they going to do it? Are they going to come in? Are they healing? Are they going to call? Then it's like, no, that's going to, okay, it's going to, that won't be built on a strong foundation. So it will be doomed to fail. Okay, so that's for those of you who are not quite at this beautiful Nine of Pentacle energy. For those of you who are in this beautiful Nine of Pentacle energy, then you're going with the flow and giving them their time and their space and their privacy to do all this. And you're not actively waiting. You're just living your life. You're going, Mercury retrograde, and you're rediscovering something about yourself for your own self-growth. Mercury is retrograding somewhere in your chart, so it's going to be different for all of you. You're using that Mercury retrograding energy, the last degrees of Sagittarius, of Jupiter and Sagittarius, for your own stuff, for your own thing going. So you're getting stronger and stronger and bigger and better. And this person's, trying to catch up. Okay. This person's trying to overcome a religious hold. This person is trying to overcome control. I feel like they want to go against this Hierophant energy. There's something about the institution. They're showing me the Matrix again. So this is like Mr. Smith energy. This is the Matrix energy. Like, get me out of the Matrix. This person's trying to get out of the Matrix. They're trying to get unplugged. They're trying to, they're not like Cypher where he's like, ignorance is bliss. I want to be someone important, like an actor. It's not, this person wants the truth. Sorry, I spat. I'm excited. This person wants the truth. They want to be on the Nebuchadnezzar in ratty little clothes because it's the truth. They don't want to be like Cypher. Settle for less. Settle for ignorance is bliss. And it's hard. It's hard because this person has emotionally been locked up in this for far too long. This is not a spring chicken. Even though they're showing up as Romeo, this is an emotionally stunted person. They were kept in a stunted position because they were easier to control by this institution, by this culture, this religion, this cult, this family. For some people, it's their actual family that they're going against. For some people, they're showing me high school. What the fuck? Sorry. What the fuck? Okay. Are you serious? This person is having a hard time overcoming what people think. Wow. They're torturing themselves with this, guys. Without influencing, without putting my own energy into this, looking at it from the outside, you guys, this is a very emotionally immature person. So if you're the one independent, you need to understand this about them, and you need to have the patience. You just need to look at it from their perspective. This is someone who, it's like, that's funny, they're showing me she's all that again. It's like, introducing this person. What is it about you? What is it about you? There's something about you. If you're this independent person, if you're Nine of Pentacles, there's something about you that is either like it doesn't fit, or it's unconventional, or it's a risk, or it goes against this person's how they grew up in some way, shape, or form. And they've had to go and they're having to do their hermit work about it to undo all of the shitty programming, to undo all of the structures that should not be there. They're trying to go towards the truth here, and it's really difficult for them. It's like managing the expectations, following in line versus like what their heart wants. And their heart is still very immature. Their heart is still needing to grow and open, because remember, they were encouraged to stay emotionally immature by this institution. Someone doesn't want that message to get through. So by you being so independent, I'm talking to you, Nine of Pentacles, you being so independent, it threatens that form of control that these other people or this institution, this person's family, it threatens their control over Knight of Cups, over Romeo. And Romeo is just like wanting to be independent. So the more Romeo goes to who's independent, the more villainized this person becomes. Why did I say that? That's not what I was supposed to say. Why did I say that? The Eight of Swords pointing down. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what look at this. Okay, we have the 8 and we have the 9. In both of these cards, we have a beautiful estate in the background. Okay? On one side of that estate, there are marshes where it's gross and muddy and marshy. And on the other side of the estate, there are grapevines and beauty and falconry and fun and the sun and little snails and everything. This is the card of mental self-entrapment. This is the card of torturing yourself. The way I see it is that leaving the estate, this person goes down and she walks towards the marches on purpose. This person, the Nine of Pentacles, takes the other way and goes towards, the happy side. This person doesn't want to walk towards this bondage. They're hoodwinked. These negative words are negative swords. Their minds go towards the negative thoughts instead of going towards positive thoughts. They're susceptible to believing gossip. They're susceptible to believing slander, gossip, cutthroat, competitive, petty. They're susceptible to this energy because they keep walking back into it. When they hear a rumor about someone, they believe it. And that is part of this institution. That's why they were showing me high school. That culture is part of this church or this religion, this faith, this environment. This is an environment. It doesn't have to be a religion or a cult or a school or anything, but it's an environment. It could be in the workplace, could be wherever this person spends a lot of their mental investments and mental energies, because this is a very mental energy. So this is a mental environment that this person is in, that they have to break out of, that they have to break themselves out of, and they're trying. Like I said, they're trying to do it, and the catch-22 is that they need this person to be able to do it. So take that however you guys take it, I leave that with you. It could be that this person was, let's clarify it. What else can you tell us about the Nine of Staves and the Nine of Pentacles, please? They know they're heaven on earth, and it's going... This person knows that this person is heaven on earth, and it goes against what they were told to believe about this person because they were lied to about this person. Oh my God. Sorry, sometimes I get, first of all I have to stretch my arms, but wow, you guys. They were lied to about this person. There was something that was said about this person. If you're the Nine of Pentacles, I don't think you know that. I think you're living your best life. I don't think you know that. You don't know that. This person is trying to overcome that. They're trying to believe their intuition over what they're hearing about this person. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And that's part of what they need to. And Jupiter in the home sign of Sagittarius, it rules philosophy, it rules higher knowledge, it rules distance of the mind, you know, taking your mind somewhere far, like that hanged man energy. What's the next message in this story? What do we need to know moving forward? What do these people need to know? Interesting. You both really, really want to work this. Both of you are going to have to overcome your lower natures for this to work. This is Beauty and the Beast for me as a reader. The Three of Pentacles is cooperation. You both want to cooperate with each other. The problem is that Nine of Pentacles has boundaries, and she will make you start at zero because of those boundaries. She's not going to do any little bit of heavy lifting for you. It's a little bit Queen of Swordsy. Not as cold looking, but yeah, you start at zero with Nine of Pentacles. You have to treat her as well as she treats herself. And this person is... the problem over here is that this person is feeling very hesitant to reach out. So if you have one energy who is starting at zero, they're not going to reach out. They're not going to reach out. And then you have this person who wants to reach out, but is battling so much inner turmoil about reaching out. They're never going to meet, right? They're not going to, it looks like that, right? But they both really want to. They both want to work this. They both want to. The energy is there. If they could get to, if let's see what the next message is. They both want it, though. They both want to work at this connection. They both know that it's... Whoa. You guys, I love it. You know what's going to happen? For those of you who are fully Nine of Pentacle energy, where you're not losing the plot, and for those of you who are doing the hard work to overcome these, they're telling me to tell you, immature thoughts. You like mature yourself out of this kind of thinking. If you can do that, if you can release yourself of the torture. You guys make it. You're still the one I run to. You're the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love. The only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. This is it. This is the end. My only friend, the end. This is it. The judgment is a work well done, a life well lived. It's at the end. It's the final judgment. It determines where things go from here. And thank the Lord. Thank you, God. Justice prevails. They rescue Morpheus. And see, the oracle told him what he needed to hear at the time. She had to tell him, sorry, baby, it's not you. For him to say, you know what, it fucking is me. I am the one. I know that I'm the one. No one can tell me I'm the one. I tell the world I'm the one. I go and get Morpheus. I go on the suicide mission. I protect the codes that save Zion, that protect Zion, that ensure Zion's future. I grab my girl Trin, okay? I get some help. Plug me in, let me get in there. And he soars. He soars. He fucking knocks it out of the ballpark. That's the first time that he's able to do the slow-mo where he moves like them that Trin's never seen before. Okay. Oh, now he's starting to discover all these different abilities and talents and powers that he didn't have before he believed that he was the one, before he knew inside that he's the one. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So, speaking of the one, I do. That's what this is. This is taking it there. This is justice coming to light, and what justice looks like is these two compromising is what I just heard. Forgiveness. I'll let you guys figure it. You guys should know what that is, forgiveness. Needs forgiveness. Ooh, wow. 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 Wow, 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 wow. What they're showing me for this, yeah. Back to what I said in the beginning about how the Nine of Pentacles has to be. You've got to be you have to be super full Nine of Pentacles. You have to be, they're showing me this column. They're showing me this, they actually showed me bits of the stripped music video, Rammstein's music video. But you have to be this, you have to stand the test of time. You have to, who you are, what you're about, what you do, your own independence. You have to maintain that for this to work the way you want it to work. And that includes accepting if this person doesn't get there in December or March 2020 or September 2020. Does that make sense? You have to be that strong about this. So that's your homework if you're not here yet to get here. And if you are here, then the stronger you are, the more pillar-like you are, no matter what else happens around you, it feeds this person's strength and they actually do the work faster because you are energetically connected in the 5D. So that's interesting. So the more independent you are, the more they're going to be able to mirror and draw strength and love from you. And they will be helped and aided in doing this work themselves and doing their hermit work. You're their little light. You're their little star here. Okay? And like I said, they're still emotionally young. They're still emotionally raw. You've got to have compassion for that. You've got to have patience for that. If you're in this energy, then you know what you came out of in order to get here. It could have taken you like a whole year. It could have taken you 20 years. It could have taken you, like, didn't you need that time for yourself to just feel shitty? Didn't you need that time for yourself to, get back to putting on the makeup and, wiping the tears away and so give that gift to this person and let them decide when they're done torturing themselves. Just like you took your time in deciding when you were done torturing yourself and making your life harder than it was. Then it had to be. Okay? So it's only love and compassion here. It's only good outcomes. They're telling me what I used to say all the time. Here on the WatchNatalee channel, we always win, we never lose. No matter what's going on, we turn it into a win. We turn it into what we can use. And that's so Capricorn, right? But yeah, okay? So for those of you who are being they're telling me the sanctuary, the Camelot, the heaven on earth, this is really like everything to this person. The more you are that, the more it helps this person. And even if this doesn't work out with this person, if this person drops the ball on you, then you're going to go and you're going to find a different person who is going to be able to give you an energy that you can that will sustain itself around you. Okay? So don't be locked into the form that this takes. Don't be locked into the form abundance or love takes for you. let the universe take care of that part. Don't focus on the when or the how, just focus on the what. And you can create the what for yourself also in different ways, shapes, and forms. So if it's the animals, if it's love, that's one form, and I'm giving that to myself. So that energy is going to come back to me, maybe in the same form of more animals, or maybe in a different form. But it's going to be love. It's going to be reciprocity. It's going to be unconditional love. And that's what will sustain this. And you two are energy connected. It's going to get, oh, that's what I was saying. So this person is emotionally immature. This person is emotionally raw. They're emotionally coming out of a really dark time. So if this is you, if you two are going to come together in December or early within the next 6 months, be very gentle with this person. Like, just be very, not gentle and delicate, but just be compassionate and understanding. As far as, like, just don't put pressures and expectations. Like we were saying earlier, this person's just come out of rehab. They've just come out of a horrible family blitz, like blitzkrieg. Okay, something horrible. It's something horrible what this person's coming out of. It's something horrible. So just be your vibration. That's all you have to do. If you're a Nine of Pentacles, if you're a Knight of Cups, then take as much time as you need. Honestly, take as much time as you need. It'll stick. If you try to, first of all, I don't think you're going to try to rush yourself. I feel like part of you knows that you're emotionally not ready. So you're being practical minded as far as keeping yourself locked up, keeping yourself separated from that energy physically. So I think that's a pretty wise thing to do, to like sort yourself out. The catch-22 is that this person really is, you really do kind of need. I don't like to say that though. I don't like to say like you need each other. They're just giving it to me again. Heaven on earth, Camelot, sanctuary. Oh. Wow. They taught me a lesson. I'm learning a lesson. See, this is why it's nice to just tune in, even if it's Scooby Snacks for you, if it's not your life, is because we can learn from other people's lessons. I just learned a big lesson right now that they just gave me, but it's for you guys. So the reason why it's okay that this person really does kind of need this person is because this person is no longer in a codependent energy cycle. Once you break out of that codependent energy cycle, like I said, the boundaries will keep you from putting but the boundaries you erect will keep that energy away, so that when you see that energy, you book it in the opposite direction. When you see one bad vibe, you're like out. You put that away. You never talk to that person again. You just ignore that person. You put distance between yourself and all of that, which is not that healthy, good, loving vibration. So this person wants independence. They don't want to be codependent with you. And you want them to be independent. You both want to be independent. You both want each other to be independent. And you both want to love each other. You both have the same goals in mind. You both have the same exact goals in mind. So maybe that's what this is. This could be you two working it out too. I mean, you both want to. You both have that energy to help you, like, working it out. And if you do, it could lead you to this. Ooh, whoa. See, because right now, neither of you are talking. You guys are not working it out or not. And it's because this person is fearful that the other person is going to be codependent. This person feels like they're going to be codependent, or they feel uncomfortable. They feel unstable. They feel vulnerable trying to go to someone like it, because this person is not emotionally confident. This person is very emotionally insecure. So they would feel insecure trying to work it out with someone who's so, it's and there's something risky about their feelings getting hurt. There's something risky about going against everything they were raised to believe, going against, you know, their own addictions to self-sabotage, going against their own impulses to go to the negative, to go and make things harder for themselves is their first like instinct, sort of, you know, emotionally. So they're in the hermit work. They need to be in the hermit work. They have to figure this out as much as possible. And when things open up, like I said, I feel like the full moon November 12th will be more for this person, in terms of hopefully that bubble will burst and they'll have a wonderful hermit moment where they overcome the self-sabotage, where they overcome what other people think, and they're able to make a really great decision for themselves practically and emotionally. Then I would give it the rest of November to work itself out for them to kind of get it together, come down, and then I would expect when Jupiter moves into Capricorn that the rewards for doing that hard work will be for both of you to reap, okay? So this could be your December. This could be how you go into December, with justice coming out for both of you, with this beautiful, it's like it sticks and it's the end, and it's like everything's okay, everything's righted, you know, there's no codependency, there's no, you know, blame and fear. Like it's all, oh, they're telling me a clean slate. This is a clean slate for some of you. This is a super clean slate. For some of you, it's a second chance. For some of you, it's much more than just a commitment. It's actually like a whole new life type of thing. Because this is the end of one life. This is the end. That would be the end of all of this. That would be the end of this old structure, the end of the old matrix, and really being free and just like flying. The end of self-sabotage. The end of feeling so shitty and your mind always going to the worst. The end of this really dark night of the soul type of energy for Romeo here, okay? The end of all of that and the beginning of justice, the beginning of being in a relationship. See, this person was was in relationships that were codependent on this person staying emotionally immature. That was the structure, is encouraging emotional immaturity so that they can be controlled. They really haven't come up against someone who would want them to be better for themselves, for their own sake. They haven't really come up to that. So this is someone that they can trust because they know that they're not going to try to control them like this other institution or this other way of thinking, this mindset that was very much set up in a way to control, not even just this person, but to control the masses, to control certain people to fall in line a certain way, whatever way that was. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a Moonology for you and see what the advice is for this Shania Twain couplet. I'm going to tease you guys about that now. You're still the one. You're still the one. That's another thing too, is that this Knight of Cups that Romeo can't stand. I wonder if it's that they can't stand it or what, but it's like, this is still the one. Like, I don't want this person. Like, it would be so easy for them to never talk again, right? It would be so easy for this person to never reach out, never put down the boundary. It'd be so easy for this person to just stay emotionally immature and for them never to get together. It's not what their soul wants. It's not what their soul wants. Their souls want the earth people, the human suits to get it together. What do we have for Moonology? I don't need to clarify any of this. I got so much psychically that we know what's up now. What is the discerning Moonology for these people? Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo energy. That's really funny because we have the full moon in Taurus on the 12th of November. Confidence. This is wonderful. I love it. I love it because we have the strength. You guys are strong. You have the strength to do it. You guys can totally do this. Look at how beautiful that looks. See, confidence and overcoming. This could also be this could be both people working on their own things. So if you're not at this state yet, if you're not super duper independent and having and like living your own life and la da 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 da, then you have the energy to work on overcoming your own lower nature of sort of obsessively thinking about this person, or being too invested into someone else's emotional evolution instead of just going back and seeing what more there is for you. Likewise, this is definitely wonderful energy for Romeo here, so that he or she can get into, if they want to, and this person does, they have a lot of this resource to work on themselves, overcoming their own lower natures of pride, ego, and having the confidence to do that, having the confidence to work themselves out. And then at the very bottom of the deck, we have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer energy. I love it. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer energy. Like I said, I feel like the November 12th full moon in Taurus in November is going to be this energy for Romeo, for this person doing all of this hermit work. I feel like that full moon is going to be more significant for them. Hopefully, cross your fingers, guys. This is the last full moon that we have before Jupiter leaves Sagittarius and goes into Capricorn. So this is a big pop. There's a really wonderful, encouraging influence for you to wrap this up around the 12th. Give it 4 days before and 4 days after the 12th for this personal issue to reach resolution. So hopefully some of you guys are going to be, some of your Romeos, or if you're Romeo, some of you guys are going to be able to really resolve this by that full moon on November 12th. Or November 11th. The full moons hit a day before is what I've seen personally. So it could be November 11th as well. So personal issue. I mean, it could be for Miss Independent too. But it's obviously we know who's going through the really hard time right now. So I actually feel better about this because I learned something new. Thank you guys for this beautiful, awesome reading. I learned that it's okay for someone to need someone else's help when they both want the same, like genuinely want the same thing, as far as both individuals being independent. Interesting. Okay, guys, that was the reading. I'm so glad I got to just dump the psychic downloads onto you guys and let you guys use it and transform and alchemize your lives. So if you'd like to book a personal reading with me and we can take a look into your personalized situations, you can go ahead and make a reservation at theartigan.com/tarot. Otherwise, I will see you guys for tomorrow's daily. Bye. So I already had taken off my makeup and put on my exfoliating mask and got to editing this video when 2 bees just appeared out of nowhere. So, yeah. Bees are someone's symbol or animal totem or something significant. So go ahead and use this as your confirmation for whatever you need it to be. I did a very simple, superficial search into my Ecosia search bar, and there's a wealth of stuff out there about bees and the symbolism. What I like the most, I think, is that they're not aerodynamically designed to be able to fly. So the first thing that I took away, feeling him in the room with me, feeling his energy, it was just, I could feel his determination. He was just furiously forcing those little wings to go, like if it was him and his wings and he could just burst out of it whenever he wanted, and didn't even take into account or realize that there was the glass. So for me, I really feel like it is being able to burst through something you shouldn't be able to, or being able to do something that no one else says that you're able to do. So if this is you doing something in your life, getting through something in your life that just seems so impossible, this is, at the very least, your confirmation that it's absolutely possible. Okay. Good night, guys. Bye.